I don't think any of us have the right to tell anybody, man, woman, gay, straight, how to live their lives and like what their lives should look like. Like, it's just fucking bullshit, and I'm sick of it. Jesus, you're right there, ready?
I'm sorry. Sorry, people.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little.
What? You got 2 sips of bourbon and
2 shots of honey jack.
Ooh.
Disgusting. All of it is disgusting. Whiskey is disgusting, period.
It's amazing. You're growing to it.
Speaking of growing.
Hey.
Pause.
I am a grower.
We haven't... No, not a shower. We haven't recorded in so long. We took a week off because it was my birthday.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm officially old.
Can I get some
I'm officially fucking 30 years old. Oh my God.
3.
When you met me, I was a baby.
Hey, yo, don't say that like that. When I met you, I was 30.
You were 30. No, younger. Because I started working... What do you count? When I first started working in Costco, I was 19.
All right, so... Oh, yeah, then I was younger.
Right, exactly. Okay. But first time we actually spoke, yes, you were 30. That's crazy. How does that feel? Like, you're about to be 38.
I still feel like I'm 30 some days.
Do you feel like after 30 you even care anymore?
I didn't care before 30, like, but care about, like, what do you mean? Like birthdays?
Getting older.
No, because you know what's crazy? I embrace, like, everything that's coming along with my age. I love, like, my gray hairs.
Really?
I love it. I love, like, my beard. I mean, bald head. Like, I wish I didn't even grow hair anymore. I love being bald. I love having grays. I want my beard to finally fully growing gray. Like, I embrace all of that shit.
Okay, no. Like, I feel like with women, obviously, it's different. Like, we dye our hair until we're, like, in our 60s. We're older.
Yeah, no. I'm loving all that shit.
Even the body pains? Because I'm starting to feel pains that I never felt before.
But I've had these pains since I was in high school. I played sports.
Yeah.
So, but it's getting worse, though. It is, like, harder some days, like, where, like, there's some days I just can't really walk.
Yeah.
That's harder.
Yeah.
The worst part is, like, I'm fucking damn near 40 and I still got acne. That's the worst part. My face is like shit.
All right. It's not that bad, Anthony.
Shame me for that.
I'm not shaming
That's my biggest insecurity.
Because I had acne, too. You're going to it's going to be fine.
It's been that way for 20 years. I do
feel, though, like being 30, it's kind of like being 20. Like, in your 20s, you're still a teenager.
Some people in their 40s are still teenager.
Oh, well, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, in my 20s, like, they make it seem like you're this adult in your 20s, but it's like you're still a little kid, making mistakes, figuring things out, living with your parents probably, not making the amount of money that you make, you know, in your 30s and 40s. Like, right now, I would, as much as I'm like, oh, no, I'm 30, I would never want to go back to being 20 in my 20s.
The only difference with you now at 30 really has been you over the past 3 years is that you've had more experiences, more life experiences.
Yeah.
And that's the only different thing. Yeah. You could be 30 with no life experience and you still are, you know, naive as fuck to the world.
Never traveled.
Never did anything. So the beauty of age is experience.
Yeah.
You know, the older you get, you need to experience things, continue to grow, continue to experience. That's the only way you're going to develop as a person is traveling, meeting people, and just
going to different places,
seeing the world. You know, seeing the world from a different point of view than your own. Yeah. So that's why with age comes wisdom and those things, because you travel, you interact, and that's why it's a beautiful thing.
I'm excited. It's just kind of like, damn. Like, I think back and I'm like, did I really do everything I wanted to do in my 20s? Because now it's like in your 30s, I feel like I know better, so I can't make the dumb decisions.
You can. Everyone makes dumb decisions.
Like, I feel like if you know better, you just got to do better. So it's like, why would I... Like, the dumb shit should have just been out of my system in my 20s, and I don't know if I really did that. Because in my 20s, I was more focused on finishing school, getting my job.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, sometimes you just got to go with how you feel with a lot of times. So you may make a dumb decision. But you know what? It just feels good at the moment. Like, you know what?
Like, fuck it.
Going out. Like, one thing I try to always avoid doing is drinking and driving when I'm, like, at a point. Mm-hmm. And that happened, like, I'll say within the past year. Mm-hmm. And when I got home the next day, I was like, yo, you can't do that again. Like, I had a conversation with myself.
Like, you got lucky.
I was like, yo, that was bad. Like, the way And you don't realize it, but it's like you so caught up in that moment, just feeling good. It's like
that's what I'm saying.
Friday, Saturday night. You
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
Shit.
If you know better,
you know better.
Can't
but then
be doing shit like that.
You sometimes you just still like, oh no, I've been able to do this before, and it's like, ooh, there's gonna come an age like, no matter what, like Father Time catches up because you may have been able to do something in your 20s. That shit creeps up on you. You fucking get older. Like I used to be able to stay out all night till the sun come up, drinking and all that crazy shit.
I never did that. I was old
now,
back then. Like, I'm not doing that.
I'm out of commission for 2 days.
Yeah, it's over. Remember the days like we used to drink, come home like what, 5, 6 in the morning, wake up 9 a.m. for work.
Nah, I didn't do that shit. I was calling out.
Did.
I was no call, no show on that shit.
Really? No, I went to work.
Oh,
Vibrant.
No,
ready to go. Full 8-hour shift.
But see, that's one thing I know about me. Don't get me wrong though. I have definitely gone out. I didn't stay till like 5 in the morning though.
Oh nah.
But I definitely
6, 7. 2 hours of sleep.
I know I definitely have. I had to do it at least a couple times.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's crazy. I'm not doing that now. Take me like 2-3 days to recuperate.
Running to receiving doc, throwing up in the bathroom, sitting on the toilet for like 30 minutes at a time, just sitting there like, ooh, Gatorade, water.
Yeah, no.
Eating all the fruit.
But yeah, so anyway, I'm 30. That's it. And on that note, let's just do a little. Alright. So we just gonna get right into it. Scroll, because you might need this. I don't know.
What do you want?
You know we're gonna get into Roe v. Wade.
That's what you want the first thing?
Yeah, we're gonna do that first. Heavy topic first. So this week, right? It was this week. They finally, in I don't know how many states it was, 13 states. I think we looked it up. Basically, all the Republican, states overturned Roe v. Wade and basically just banned abortions and only allow abortions now to save.
Wait. So no. The Supreme Court overturned the decision of Roe v. Wade.
Yes. Which
means that now it's up to the states to decide whether abortion is legal or illegal. So that's what happened. So
it's fine. And so how many states? The Republicans.
Essentially.
States, most of them. And there's going to be like 4 more that do the same thing. So now there's no exceptions with rape or with incest. And the only exception is to save a mother's life. Or if the baby's going to come out with some type of like serious birth defects.
Is that still?
Some states. Some of them is like no exceptions.
Yeah,
most of them did have that exception though, but mostly all of them said rape is not an exception and incest is not an exception, which is wild to me. Like, imagine being a woman, getting raped, you get pregnant, you definitely didn't plan for that, and now you have to keep it. That's fucking crazy. And
I do know of a story of someone who she ended up drinking too much, I guess it was, and essentially was raped, had the kid, and kept it.
She chose to keep it, right?
Kept the kid.
Yeah. But that was her choice. And I think the agenda behind it that, we've been hearing from the people who wanted this is like, oh, it's about life. It's about saving lives. But it's like, it's not about saving lives. We're pushing white supremacy. Honestly, that's what it is. We're pushing that. You say it's pro-life, but what happens when these babies are born? It's families that can't financially support them or even aren't mentally stable to even be raising children. What are you going to do? Like, are you providing resources to those families, to those mothers? No. Like, what are you doing for those lives after they're born? Nothing. Like, you guys are literally washing your hands of it. Oh, they have the baby. That's it. We're out of here. And I wanted to play. Did you have something? You said you wanted to say something before I play the video.
No, I'll just say my thoughts on abortion.
Like, basically, I didn't really think about it as like a white supremacy thing until I saw this video. So I'm gonna just play it real quick. It's only 42 seconds.
I'm telling you almost exactly what he says. He says there are 3 things we can do to solve this. Number 1, we could pay women to have babies, as they have been doing in Western European nations for years. Then he says, and these are his words, not mine, unfortunately, we would have to pay women of all colors to have babies, so we don't want to do that. He says the second thing we could do is increase the number of legal immigrants that are allowed into this country every year. Then once again, he says, unfortunately, the vast majority of those wanting to come to this country today are people of color, so we don't want to do that. The third thing he says, and white women had better pay attention to this, 60% of the fetuses that are aborted every year are white. If we could keep that 60% alive, that would solve our birth dearth. Does that sound like racism to you?
All right, so basically that was Jane Elliot, and she was the one who did that experiment in the elementary schools with the blue eyes. And those with blue eyes were the ones that were oppressed in the classroom, right? It was like a classroom full of children. So she did that experiment, look it up. But she's basically talking about an author named Ben Wattenberg who wrote a book called The Birth Dearth. And this was about how to, I guess, keep white people as the majority. They weren't giving birth as much. I don't know if abortions weren't legal back then, but something was happening where basically they were being outnumbered. So in the book, he's really trying to like come up with solutions on how we can continue like populating and giving white people the majority in the world. And so this is definitely what this whole overturn of Roe v. Wade is about. Like basically making sure that white women are having their babies, because apparently the majority of women in some states are white and they're the ones having the abortion. That's really what this is about.
I mean, I definitely believe that has a huge
and then it's like,
factor.
But then what happens with the black women who are having babies? Like they're still going to be having babies. Like I don't really see how this is going to work out. When you went through the statistics of certain states,
so
where the majority of black women were the one getting the abortions in those states.
Well, just overall in the United States, this was a poll from 2019, and 33% of women in the United States were white women that had abortions. 38% were black, 21% were Hispanic, and 7% were other. So that's.
The percentages have changed.
That was 2019. So that was a long.
This was a longer time ago.
While ago. So now, I mean, I definitely still think it has a lot to do with race. I mean, we do know that black women are the most likely to have complications during birth and during their pregnancy. The mortality rate is way higher for them. Correct. You know, poor.
Discrimination, poor health care,
and
lack of resources,
all of that. It's definitely and then this week doing with adoptions. You know, it's like a lot going on. What I wanted to just say about abortions, period, like because for me, I don't support abortions, and what I mean by that is like that's what I wanted to explain. When I say I don't support it, is like if you and I had sex and I got you pregnant, I'm never gonna ask you to get an abortion. You know how like I go, yo, you need to leave her this baby kind of thing. I would never in my life ever ask any woman to do that, because the reason why I say I don't support abortions, and I mean it that way, is because I know a good amount of women who've had abortions, and all of them were mentally messed up afterwards.
Really? Like how?
Like depressed about and like it really fucked them. All of them. It could have been like regret, but just like I just know it mentally messed them up. Do I believe that every woman should have the right to do it? Yes. So I support that. But I just wouldn't want to ask someone. I'm not like fucking no religious nut that's pro-life. Right. Like I can care less about that bullshit. But just as me as an individual, like I wouldn't ask you to have an abortion or be like, yo, if I get someone pregnant, cool, let's work and let's get this, let's take care of this. I'm gonna be to support this person no matter what. Right. If she wanted to have an abortion, I'm gonna, let her know, like, listen, I can support this. I'll show you what I can do, and we can make this happen. So I'll do everything in my power to prevent it from happening, like just having a conversation. But if that's something she wanted to do on her own, I just would want her to come and have a conversation with me, like, let's talk about it. But I do believe women should have the option if need be. And, I support being pro-choice in that matter. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's just like individually, I could never ask someone. Yeah. But one thing I do support more than anything, and I believe it should happen, is that if a woman gets an abortion, she should like have mandatory mental health counseling or some shit afterwards, because like I know probably more than 10 women that have had abortions, and all of them had something it bothered them all in some kind of way. Like, you know what I mean? So, and none of them had no mental health counseling afterwards. And I believe that that's something that women should have had with an abortion.
I think there's a couple of things, because I've been like reading a lot about this and hearing a lot of stuff about this. And something that I heard today was like, the people who are like somebody like me, right? Like I say, I don't think I want kids, but I still care about this. And even like men, there's a lot of men who are like, well, like, why would I care about this? I'm not a woman. Like, I don't have to worry about this. Or the women who want kids and like would never get an abortion. Why should they care? But it's more so like, we're allowing the government to oppress a group of people, which is women. So in women, we have Black women, Asian women, Spanish women, right? But like, if we allow them to take away the rights of a group of people, it gives them the right to take away the rights of other groups of people, the LGBTQ plus community. And it's like, okay, you may not be gay. So you're like, well, why should I care about that community? But it's like, you have to care about groups of people being oppressed, because they keep like pinning us against each other and dividing us. And now they take away the rights of one group, they take away the rights of the other group. And it just continues. And we just continue regressing back into that bullshit. Like, we have to care about something. We have to, and it starts with like the little small conversations that we have among our friend group when we're raising our children, like being tolerant of each other and respectful of each other. That may not be your life decision, but like, we can't continue to like perpetuate the oppression, perpetuate the divisiveness, if that makes sense.
Yes. What kills me is like, you'll have women who will be supporting taking away from rights from women.
Yeah. I mean, which a lot of women were like super like for this. And I'm just like.
And that's where it's like, then it gets into that, they put in it like all in the name of like religion and Christianity and God. And it's just, like.
It doesn't make sense. Because we're supposed to supposedly have a division, right? A separation between church and state.
It's like, why is this?
There is no division.
It's like, why are we basing laws off for your fucking bullshit ass Bible?
Yeah. Oh my God. Don't say bullshit ass Bible.
No, I mean, that's the only way I can put.
No, I understand what you're saying.
I'm not going to just bash, because people are going to be mad at me with the religious talk. But
yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Y'all are believing this bullshit that is in this book, that these fuckers that your slave masters are feeding you. Like, they fed you this bullshit religion and y'all just eat it up. And it just fucking bothers me so much. That's how they keep us. They oppress our people with this bullshit. And it's crazy. Like mentally, we're still enslaved. Fuck it. I'm all right. Next. No, going.
I know what you're saying.
It's like, there should be a
separation. And again, it's not even, if it was really about that, then fine. Even though it's some bullshit, you think it's some bullshit. But it's not about that. Like, there is a hidden agenda behind this. They don't give a fuck about life. Like, they don't care about it. They don't care about saving lives. And it's like, if we have like I was telling you earlier, we have the decision to be like, yo, I don't want to be an organ donor. So even if we die, they cannot touch our organs. And now, while I'm alive as a woman, I can't make the decision to choose what I want to do with my body. That doesn't make any fucking sense. And getting off this topic a little bit, in general, like, I'm just tired of feeling like the pressure from society to do certain things as a woman. Like, I'm only a woman if I have kids, or I'm only a woman if I'm someone's girlfriend or wife. Like, my identity and my value comes from being attached to a man or being attached to me having kids. And it's like, fuck that. Like, shit just has to make sense for you. Period. And if it don't make sense for you, then don't fucking do it. Like, I'm tired of hearing that. You tell people you don't want kids as a woman, and it's like, oh, you're gonna have a miserable life. Like, you're not gonna be fulfilled. You're gonna be home and you're gonna be so sad, and you're gonna get older and you're gonna regret it. You're gonna be so lonely. And it's like, no, the fuck I'm not. Like, I don't feel sad when I go home. I feel fucking great. I love waking up and not fucking having to cook for anybody or fucking get a babysitter to go to work. I love traveling and not having to coordinate a babysitter. Like, that's what makes sense for me in my life right now. People just want you to do shit because, I don't know, it's like they're projecting their own shit onto you. Like, what they want for their own lives, they want you to have it, but it doesn't align with what you want. And at the end of the day, I've been told, like, because I don't want kids, that I'm selfish. But it's like,
I don't mind.
it's not even that, but it's just like, I think it's selfish for you to want me to have a kid. Like, what are you going to do after I have this baby? Are you going to be there to help me support it? No, you're not. Like, who's really being, like, you want me to have kids for you. For what, though? And I think I was just talking to my coworker about this today, and, you know, she's 35. She doesn't want kids either. And she's just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, if, like, we're not in that thing. Like, we've been raised, it's like, okay, you go to school, you meet somebody, get married, you live in a house, and you have babies. And that has to be the trajectory of your life. Like, that's the path you need to follow. But that's not everybody's path. That path doesn't make sense for everyone. It just doesn't. Kids really have to make sense. Marriage has to make sense. All these things have to make sense. And I think we need to question a little bit more where we get these ideas from of, like, how our lives need to look. Just because society or your family or your friends tell you that your life needs to look a certain way, really ask yourself, but is that something that I really want? Is it something that really goes with the kind of the quality of the life that I want? And make those fucking decisions for yourself. Like, fuck what people say. So it's like, right, like, I don't want kids, so maybe this doesn't apply to me. Birth control is super strong on this side, but it doesn't matter. Like, I don't think any of us have the right to tell anybody, man, woman, gay, straight, how to live their lives and like, what their lives should look like. Like, it's just fucking bullshit, and I'm sick of it. Mm-hmm. And that's what I wanted to say. Did you have something you wanted to say about that?
I mean, I agree.
Because as a man, like, nobody's like, are people pressuring you? Like, Anthony, when are you going to have kids?
You know, people always like, oh, Dad, you don't want a kid? Like, with my friend? I'm like, nah, man. I'll be like,
dick.
And but see, my thing, where you said that I disagree with is when people ask me, like, why don't I want kids? I'm like, yo, I'm selfish.
Oh, you actually admit it.
But
I don't
selfish.
think it's being selfish. Well, maybe. I don't know.
No, I love me, and I don't want to fucking having a kid. I don't got energy to put in.
I don't have energy. I don't have patience.
I don't have enough selflessness right now in my with me to give all my time or my attention to another being.
Right.
I don't care. I love myself way too much. I love me, and I just that's what it is. Like, I don't care if that bothers people. Who gives a fuck? Like, my mother's asked me, my mother says to me, like, oh, I want a grandkid. When you gonna? I'm like, yo, you still young. Go fucking get a baby.
Oh my God.
Go adopt.
Go adopt.
I don't give. Like,
you want a baby so fucking bad.
Yeah,
like,
that's you. Don't got nothing to do with me.
It's just annoying. Like, I just don't want to hear it anymore.
It's like, you want me to have a baby so you can see it once every few months, and then I take care of this shit
you
for the rest
stuck with the bill. You stuck with the bill at the restaurant.
You sponsoring me?
No.
Give me a scholarship.
They're not.
Get the fuck out of
They're
here.
not.
I don't want no goddamn
That'd be
kids.
that bullshit. That'd be that fucking
I love
bullshit.
kids. Don't get me wrong. I love all the kids in my life that I interact with, that friends and family have. But when it comes to changing diapers, everyone know I ain't watching your kid unless your kid is fucking potty trained.
I'm not interested.
Like,
I'm not interested.
You feel me? I'll pay for the meal, but that kid gotta know how to eat the fucking meal himself. I ain't doing all these things. I don't have no desire to do these things.
No desire. I don't have one bone in my body that's like.
There was never one. I swear to you, I promise you, I've never in my life said, yo, I want kids. Never.
I've said it. And again, like,
never.
I'm not saying that like right now, Natalie at 30 today, I don't want kids. Who knows what will happen in the next 5-10 years? Who knows? But like I said, it has to make sense. I'm not just going to have a kid because, everybody around me is having kids and everyone's asking me. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, like,
give two shits. I don't give a shit. But yeah, it just has to make sense. I do want to switch gears though. So we've spent like 20 minutes talking about this. I want to get into so I actually asked for some topics.
Yes.
And we got some good feedback. So we're actually going to do this more often because you guys came up with some really, really good topics. So one of the questions we got was, do you stay friends with somebody out of history or because you still enjoy the friendship and it benefits you? I mean, I feel like either one is fine, but the quality of the friendship isn't going to be.
Let me see. Like, if it benefits you, right? Like, okay, you were friends with someone. Now they have like this business that you can like take advantage of or some shit.
Oh, well, damn. I wasn't thinking like that.
I don't know. It says you can benefit
from it. Yeah, benefits
right?
you. But it could also benefit you. Like, they just bring you support and encouragement and positive energy and they love you. And
that's a positive way.
I don't think I could just be, It has to be a combination of both.
What if you didn't? All right. So what if you? All right. There was a friend you had. Let's say you had a friend, Maria. First name I think of, and you and Maria haven't spoken 10 years, right? Y'all used to be really close, and y'all just grew apart. And now you go to like this new restaurant or bar, and Maria's the owner of this restaurant or bar, right? And now you start just going and becoming more friendly with her because you know what? I love going here. It's like a dope place to go to. That benefits you. You know, she holds you down.
Yeah, but where are we friends? But this is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. You start to kind of like
but the quality of the friendship isn't the same.
Okay.
Like when you're friends with somebody over just history, just because you knew them when you were 9 or whatever the fuck. Mm-hmm. What's the quality like? Like, are y'all talking to each other every week? Are you guys hanging out? Are you guys, you know, celebrating birthdays together? Are you guys like, what's the quality of it? It's really not like that. I have people that I was cool with since I was a fucking like 5 years old. We cool, but like, you're not my friend. I don't think you could just be friends with somebody just over history. Like, what keeps a friendship going is the connection that you guys keep, like, I guess, like, what is it, stoking the flames?
Gotcha.
Over and over. Like, you can't just, I don't know. Did you want to stop talking?
No, go.
The next one was, how many times should you speak on something in a relationship before you exit? Oh, man.
You love this, so.
Oh.
I don't know. Can't answer.
I'm really big on second chances. Like, I feel like everyone deserves a second chance. But if I have to keep having the same conversation with you over and over and over again, I don't know, because I've given a lot of chances out of love. Oh, I love him. Like, I'm going to keep on working at this and whatever. Mm-hmm. I think after a while, though, I give it like, I don't know, 5, 6. I don't know. I don't really know. It depends on what it is. Like, there's some things that are just non-negotiable. Like, disrespect, verbal disrespect, calling me out my name all the time when you're angry or getting aggressive. Like, I think that's one, you just got one time to come out your face. And I'm not talking to you ever again after that. But then if it's other things, I feel like you could work around it. It depends on what it is. I don't know. Like, I think if you find yourself getting super frustrated all the time and stressed out and you're tired of having the same conversation, that should be enough for you to be like, yo, I'm off this. Like, I shouldn't have to exert this much energy into telling you the same shit over and over again.
True.
Mm-hmm. But if you're willing to have those conversations, then go for it. I don't have the patience after a while.
I feel you.
Like,
yeah, I mean, you can't just say 3 strikes, you're out. A second chance is good.
Second chance, everybody needs a second chance.
Second chance is cool.
We're not perfect.
Yeah. Second chance is cool. After that, it's like, all right, you know, you gotta make a decision. Like, you know, it's like, how's this benefiting me now?
Like, how many times are you gonna give? I don't know. Like, bitches be giving too many chances to people.
Yeah.
I don't know about men. I don't think. Oh, okay. No, we can stop.
Just keep your point going.
I don't think men give as many chances to women as women give to men. That's it. That's what I wanted to say.
Men don't give as many chances, you said?
Yeah.
Possibly.